In many cases, we have students taking impressions, and once they are inside, they get confused because they're in a hurry. And while they're making the impression, they forget to seat it vertically before doing the border movements. Okay? So, what are the signs that the tray did not seat well inside the patient's mouth? It's the amount of zinc oxide eugenol beyond the green stick. I can see the shade of the green stick here, and a lot of zinc oxide above it, more than 5 to 6 millimeters. That means if I flake it away, you have seen it in another video where I asked the student to repeat the impression. I've shown you when I flake it away how thick the material is over the borders and how thick it is here. But this is an impression. We have to decide, are we going to repeat it or not? That was the case in the other video. We had a case where we're going to repeat it. Now this is a case where we're going to accept it. Taking what in account? I went in with my finger into the buccal pouch area and measured it, the depth of it. So the student, although it was not seated well, she made correct border molding, and the difference between here and here, between the tuberosity up to the sulcus, is the same in the patient's mouth. So I'll accept this. The same thing here, the height is correct. Anteriorly, I've compared it with the labial sulcus, and the labial sulcus is correct. So, although you did not seat it well, there was enough excess material to go in and fill in the sulci and border mold it using the impression material without the tray. I'm going to accept it, but just to know that if you have done that, we have lost the compression effect of the tray. You remember that we design our trays to do selective compressions, huh? Some areas that we leave them static and some areas compressed. If we accept this, we have taken everything under static situation. The soft tissue is all not compressed. Another way to diagnose it is, so I told you how to diagnose it first, looking above the green stick. Even if I'm going to accept this, I could, just for a case of teaching, you should know if you have seated it or not. I bring a sharp instrument and enter vertically. How much did this instrument sink into the impression? I find that this is the amount. It's more than 3 millimeters. Okay? It's not appearing with the camera. Let me just point where I have the material. It's up to here. So it's around 3 millimeter sinking. I will look at another area. This is even more. It's around 4 millimeters, or between 3 and 4 millimeters sinking. So this is a way to diagnose it. So the problem was not anterior seating. You see that we have the compression area in the rugae area. I could see part of the tray compressed. It was a posterior problem. So we lost the compression from the postdam area, the beautiful postdam area that you made. But fortunately, we did not lose the sulcus depth. So I'm going to accept this, and we're going to compensate it in the complete denture when we're going to carve the postdam area on the cast. Okay? So this is when to accept it and when not to accept a fully seated tray inside the patient's mouth. Thank you.